Whole block nods when the weekend comes. Still we rise when the work gets tough. That American heart is rough enough. USA, keep it loud, keep it loud. USA, that's my crowd, that's my crowd. From the river to the block, we don't fall, we don't stop.
Loud and Wrong, episode 5.
Episode 5, good number, good
Five.
number, good number. Episode 5.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're in a new setup, so we're going to switch it up, try to keep it fresh. You know what I'm saying? Have different backgrounds, different areas. Maybe go mobile, maybe be virtual, whatever the case. We're going to be all over the place.
Whatever works, we're just trying to, we're still hitting the ground running to making sure you guys have quality content, if that's what
Shout out,
call it.
Shout out to co-producers. We got Reese and B. B, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, guys.
The whole setup, we're going to post all the pictures and the back behind the scenes. It's going to be pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
How was your week?
How was our week? My week? We saw Supergirl.
Yeah. Was it good?
It was good. It was to be honest, it's a streaming movie. You're bored on a Friday night, order some pizza, some Chinese.
Yeah.
Stream it. But
I mean, I heard all the ruckus about it, where everybody, and I have my theories on why this isn't as popular. I mean, it's a superhero movie. I mean, you could say fatigue and all this other stuff, but I mean, whoever it's made for, it's made for. I mean, I don't mind it. The Lobo character, I mean, I heard he's in it, which I think is phenomenal. Originally, Jason Momoa was to play the character.
So underutilized.
Yes, the main man.
In the movie, he was underutilized. But I get it, it's an introduction. Maybe they'll have his own movie or whatever, but he wasn't the character that you would think Lobo would be in the movie.
Yeah, because for everybody who doesn't know, Lobo is a comic book character. He's an anti-hero from the 80s, I think. He killed like his entire species. He can heal. He's like on the level of Superman, and he's just ridiculous. And Jason Momoa originally was Aquaman in the DC Universe movie cinematic universe, and then they pigeonholed him into this.
And he's good as a Lobo, but the writing. So let me talk about the writing. There's just one particular scene.
Spoiler alert, just in case.
Supergirl. Supergirl. Spoiler alerts. There was one scene that I know it was cringe. It's gonna be cringe for the internet. It's gonna be cringe for a lot of guys. It was cringe for me, right? So basically, there's this girl. She's like 11, 12. She's little, frail, a little thing. She's basically who Supergirl's protecting throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. She's in a prison cell. She's locked in a cell, and somehow she gets. There's this big, buff dude, 7 feet, huge muscles, tree trunk legs, right? He gets in the cell with her, and she manages to get behind him with a chain or something and get behind his neck, right? Like strangle him on his neck. Tell me why she successfully strangles him out, and he passes out. And there's a fight, she's on him, he's throwing her around, doing the whole gamut, and this little girl, chokes him out.
I can hear a woman saying right now, it can happen.
My thing is, bro, this dude was so huge. All he had to do is grab the chain and just pull. He could have just easily
back your ass into a. Man, I will murder. Like, I'm sorry.
He was really on some, like Superman had him in a headlock or something.
We just recently talked about this one time with what was it? Captain America: Brand New World. Queen Israel. Yeah, whatever her name was. I forgot her name. She was popular in the comics, but she was like 5'1".
Yeah, she could have did it. She's an assassin, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she was in that scene, I would believe it a little more. But I'm talking about like a little girl.
I just don't, like I said, the movie itself seemed well produced. I mean, James Gunn is doing what best he can with it. I mean, Superman, I like the Superman movie. A lot of people walked away with it feeling shitty.
I like it.
I mean, I don't mind this about Supergirl. I'm not a Supergirl fan. If anybody doesn't never read comics, to be honest with you, I think they're going to fridge her. I'm not sure if y'all ever heard of the phrase
they might
fridging.
Delete the whole. They're starting over from the DCU, and I think they're running into another issue where they're gonna have to do the same thing. Like the movies are not gonna make money.
I don't think so. I think James Gunn
force it.
People forget Peacemaker was successful. Superman did make money. I mean, it wasn't acclaimed, but this is what you asked for. We asked for a brighter Superman. We asked for a lighter universe. We asked for him to punch people. He does everything. You're never going to satisfy everybody. And then I do think that by the way I believe the America works is that little scene about the country in the Middle East that was subjugating another country behind a fence. I think people don't play that shit at all. So then they put the media camera on the people who are talking shit about it because it's a Supergirl movie, dude. What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, and it definitely had Guardians of the Galaxy vibe.
Yeah.
Like, because it's in space, aliens are colorful.
Yeah.
Like, it almost, if you didn't know, you would think it was in the Marvel universe.
DC is not in bad shape. I mean, Warner Brothers as a company is, but the both, like I said, the Batman TV show, the Penguin, the new Clayface is coming out. I mean, Batman Cape Crusaders is gay as fuck, but the people like it, you know, enough. It got a second season. Bruce Timm signed on it. So
But yeah, that's what I did. What about you? What you did this week?
it's been hectic, I guess.
Oh, shit. That's
Just a lot of shit going on, a lot of things to do, a little bit of time. As far as leisure, we've just kind of been relaxing. I did watch this week because I'm excited about the Odyssey movie coming out. Christopher Nolan. Everybody, we could jump into this. This is a good topic. I don't mind Christopher Nolan movies, to be honest with you. And
They're usually good.
Memento is like one of my favorite movies. Inception is a good movie. I mean, all the Batman trilogies, they're great movies. He's a director. Did
he do a Tenet also?
Yeah, he did. I didn't like Tenet.
I fuck with Tenet.
I was confused as fuck.
You got to watch it like 4 times.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, if I gotta watch
Forwards
a movie,
and backwards. You watch it backwards, it actually makes more sense.
See, my nerd logic is if I watched it once and I like it, I'll watch it again. But if I have to watch your movie more than twice to be able to understand your movie, you didn't do a good job of communicating your movie. And I am.
I think Tenet was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Tenet should have came out maybe like 5-10 years from now.
Maybe.
As more people are.
And Denzel Washington's son is too short to be in some of these roles. I'm sorry, I can't. Every time they would pan out and he'd be taller than Robert Pattinson, I'm like, yeah. Dude, whatever. But no, he's got the Odyssey movie, which if people haven't heard of the Odyssey, it's written by Homer. It's an ancient story. A lot of our blueprints for storytelling comes from
the hero's journey, and all that.
And everybody's up in roar because this is the most DEI movie representing Greek people that you have ever seen. I
personally don't have a problem with what's her name, Lupita
Nyong'o.
I don't have a problem with her being Troy. That for me was an issue. The trans. Well, at the time they were reporting Elliot Page is going to be Achilles.
Yeah, the ghost of Achilles, and I can't.
That's problematic, but you know,
it's problematic. They said that it's not true. They say that he's actually she, whatever the fuck it goes by. And for people who don't know, Elliot Page transitioned from a female to a male.
What was her name before? Anybody know?
I don't know, but she was really good in Hard Candy. If you haven't seen Hard Candy, it's a great fucking movie.
No, before.
Ellen. Was it Ellen Page? Ellen. Okay, so it was Ellen Page, and now she's a boy. She has a wonderful YouTube video to teach you guys how to be guys, though, by the way.
Stop. We clipping that. I didn't hear about that.
It's fucking awesome. If you guys get a second.
Is it like a training video?
It's a video of him being interviewed, whatever. They're being interviewed about
so disrespectful.
Like I think one of the things she was talking about was like how to eat a banana in public, and I'm like, I'm a 40-year-old man.
That sounds like a troll.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. But I mean, I would too. If I turned into a dude and I got dude roles, I just couldn't. Anyway, she's playing in Achilles, the ghost. Everybody thought she was playing the ghost of Achilles, and that's not true. She's actually playing the person who convinced, spoiler alert for a 2,000-plus-year-old fucking story, the liar and the deceiver that got the horse to inside.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, I mean, I'm okay with it. The problem I have is that one, it's a fictional story. Everybody's making a big deal about it. No one gives a fuck. Two, every single one of those people, those minorities in that film, screamed and hollered about representation. We got John Leguizamo. We need Puerto Rican representation. Lupita. We need that. Okay, well, here's a story about a Greek civilization, and there are no Greek people in front of the camera.
It's painful, bro.
It's painful.
I don't have a problem with fiction having race swaps. Like the Black Little Mermaid, I didn't have a problem. Historical stuff,
shitty movie.
I have an issue with his historical stuff. Not nonfiction historical, like real historical. You know, like making Martin Luther King like Ryan Gosling or something like that. Like that would be a problem if it was done.
I don't mind it at all either. You just have to make everything make sense. It's a really good suggestion off of if you guys are interested in the Iliad and the Odyssey. There's I think 2015 Netflix show I've been watching this week, and it's called Troy. And if anybody's seen the movie from the early 2000s with Brad Pitt, every dude like
The Troy, yeah, that was a dope movie.
So that's a dope
hard.
movie.
Yeah.
There's a show on Netflix that is the same story, but a little bit more accurate. And they have a spoiler alert: Achilles is African American, or he's black. But it's the Memeridans. The Memeridans are the group of people he was with, Achilles. And what's cool is that they were just mercenaries, and they didn't fuck with each other. Like as an army, they really just liked Achilles. And they made him black, but he's like androgynous. Like I'm serious. If anybody want to see like a good adaptation of Troy, that is probably one of the best I've seen. And like I said, making Achilles black didn't matter, and the way they did it, it was more so like there's so many other big things going around outside of the color of his skin.
No facts.
And it's like, dude, make a good story. I'm just telling everybody in Hollywood, I'll save you like 90% of your job. Just make a good fucking story. That's it.
That's facts.
Yeah, it's not AI.
Yeah, no, AI movies are coming. They coming. They're probably a lot closer than we think.
think
We
they're
probably
already.
already seen
Yeah, I
them
was
and
about to
don't
say,
even know.
You can't tell me that Captain America movie wasn't the Brand New World. That is AI all day.
Facts.
There's no way.
So that's what we did for the week. We like to hit up on like pop culture and movies and things like that. What do we have for the people as far as political climate and culture? What happened this week?
Oof, man, it's been kind of crazy. Shout out to everybody in the comments.
Oh my God, so many angry people.
Yeah. I'm just saying, your drug dealer. Someone said said this is where they want to get their geopolitics from their
from
drug
the weed
dealer.
man.
It's like,
From the weed man. Like, and there's so many angry people. Like I read something this morning. Somebody he had counterpoints, but throughout it was clowns, assholes. Y'all don't know shit. Dress, how can we trust you dress like that? I'm like, you could say all of that without none of that. But you know what I'm saying?
And I want to get to the argument, to be honest. I like the debate, but
it don't affect us.
Because it doesn't bother me at all. But I'd love to hear your point. I've been stumped before, and y'all, once again, the podcast name is Loud and Wrong. So and I have no ego, but this week has been somewhat pretty interesting. California has got a lot going on. On the past couple of weeks, Gavin Newsom and his wife have been under investigation.
The pretty man's under investigation.
Man, they're gonna get him. But the next thing you know, he's giving out a California fund, which once again, I cannot not give people credit. I don't care where it's coming from, but the government owes us a lot of fucking money. And I ain't just talking black folk. I'm just saying people in general.
Give us our taxes back.
Yeah, give us our taxes back.
Everybody should just have all their taxes just dumped.
I mean,
back
or just don't do. Look. How about you keep taxes and just don't do the dumb extra shit? In California, they have to pay 5 cents for a plastic bag. How about you stop making plastic fucking bags?
Virginia, do you know the issue with styrofoam in Virginia? Like they're stopping styrofoam.
It's everywhere. They're supposed to everywhere.
Is styrofoam's, I don't know, is styrofoam poisonous or something? Or
it's about the fact that it doesn't disintegrate, but then also too, they say that once it's kind of decomposed, if I remember this right, it has something to do with the CFCs and everything like that they believe was fucking up the ozone layer.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I thought we was done on that in the 90s.
I mean, no. They would use styrofoam. Look, plastic is probably one of the largest things that this country has not wrangled under, and we have to figure
You know what
it
I
out.
think, and this could be on a conspiracy circuit. When I hear something like that, right? I hear something about stopping styrofoam. I know the reasons they tell us, like CFCs and all those things, but I feel like on the back end, there's a political reason as far as like the companies are beefing like plastic versus styrofoam. And they lobbied politicians or whoever to get rid of styrofoam to kill that company. And I don't know. This is all speculation. This is how my brain goes.
I wonder if it has more to do with like how are you going to do that?
This is where my brain goes because they do that with tobacco. They did it with tobacco. Like when there's an industry that is being attacked, they lobby and they pass laws and then they destroy the industry. And then behind the scenes, it's just two rich motherfuckers beefing.
Yeah, beefing.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think I don't think it's that. I think it's more so how are you going to actually do it? Same thing with guns. When people say, "Yo, take all the guns off the street," how the fuck are you doing that? Like I think people think about because to be honest with you, every time I hear someone bitch at us about not recycling, I always think, well, why the fuck are you still making it? Why is it my job to manage your shit? You know what I mean? Like
symptom management.
So now you're mad because you got to buy stainless steel straws. Excuse the fuck out of me for you having to adapt to the fucking market of your business. You know?
Right. No, that's
aluminum cans have value. Plastic bottles do not. Stop making plastic bottles.
So if they ban styrofoam, whoever the manufacturers, they're out. They're gone.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's buying it. they go out of business and styrofoam cease to exist. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and I feel like it's a lot. I bet you it's easier than what we think, but it's also, once again, who are you tasking to follow up on this?
True.
And then if people really cared about the environment, you wouldn't use it, or you would reuse it. But I don't know. California itself, it seems like don't want to call it just a shit show based off of what I've heard and seen, but like those type of things, I would be so pissed off living in California, paying that amount of taxes. The average home value in that state is, I think, $750,000. So you pay that much money as a regular American, and you just get constantly fucked over. You buy an electric car, now all of a sudden the electric car can only go but so far.
no lube.
You know, there's always this, and it almost seems like if there was a state I think should rise up in some like real calamity, it would be California.
Yeah.
You know,
facts. I hear Florida don't have state tax.
Oh yeah.
Florida has a surplus. We're going to Miami next month, and we go to Florida all the time.
Yeah.
Always there's new construction, new roads.
Yeah.
Miami has like 20 fucking new buildings, new roads. Like they're always building something because they have a surplus. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Well, they're not attacking the people who make money.
Right.
They
there you go.
California.
And they can invest, right? They have more money to invest, infrastructure and all that. Like Florida and Miami is a beautiful city. You know what I'm saying? Yes, if you go now, there might be a lot of construction, but once it's done, it's like, bro.
Yeah, and it's just, and once again, people are talking very well about California. Their education rate, I mean, DeSantis, I mean, this is why I think people should get out of their box. You wanted DeSantis in office. DeSantis, I mean, I don't know every in and out of him, but the motherfucker looks pretty good. If you go look at Gavin Newsom in California, like if you're talking about people, I remember when they were talking about having people run for president. Okay, well, both these people, DeSantis, I can see because DeSantis has a good track record. I mean,
Florida is looking beautiful.
But California, like, you want Gavin Newsom? Like,
and people are leaving Cali.
They're talking about a billionaire tax, and they act like the billionaires can't just up and leave. And when they up and leave, those jobs leave, and they lost In-N-Out Burger. They lost, I forgot.
Didn't Elon leave?
Yeah, Elon left. And once again, I'm not saying let these people run your country, but I'm saying, like, there has to be a reflection of
the writings on the wall.
Yeah, San Francisco is garbage. Garbage. I don't know what they did to that fucking city. I don't know where these homeless people came from, but it looks like shit.
Now we're gonna get the people that live in San Francisco.
Hey, San Francisco. People from San Francisco, you should be speaking up. And Gavin Newsom didn't do you any fucking favors. I mean, it's slowly turning around. I heard, but like same thing with Chicago. If I lived in Chicago, I would be fucking pissed.
Oh no, I couldn't stay there. I'd leave.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Just imagine being there, buying your first property in the '90s. You're coming into retirement, and all of a sudden now, little Ray and his homeboys are shooting each other up in your front yard because
every weekend.
50
motherfuckers. Yeah, no, it's horrible.
You heard about Juneteenth out there?
Yeah, mass murder, shootouts, death,
14
destruction.
to 17 dead, 40 people wounded.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Defund the police.
You need like National Guard out there.
Yeah, definitely do. And you know what's crazy? I heard somebody have a good point about that. They were saying that because the state isn't giving them money, they prop up how much Donald Trump's a racist, how much he doesn't help, and it's his fault because Donald Trump's saying, I'm not giving you no fucking money until you ask me for help. And that once again, the male ego is probably one of the most dangerous things in this fucking planet.
No, that's true.
40 people injured in one weekend, and you don't call the National Guard to say, hey, I'm done with this. But you love black boys.
That place is a shit show, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad to hear, but it's to no surprise, you know what I'm saying? Like we hear about this every weekend all the time, and it's like, what else is new out there? You know what I mean? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tucker Carlson leaving the Republican Party, at least saying he is.
Yeah.
He's upset about some things.
Yeah, so people don't know Tucker Carlson was a right-leaning pundit. He worked for Fox News, CNN. He was a huge proponent. He was in favor of the Iraq War a lot back in those days. He got
super Republican.
Super Republican. I mean, like crazy. But anyway, he did a good video this week, this week talking about how he's done with the Republican Party. He says that between the Iran war and pretty much a lot of these broken promises by this administration, I mean, he feels like it's not a home.
Yeah, and then him and Candace, there's a few others like talking down on Trump now, and Trump's even talking back, and it's like there seems to be some dissent there. I even heard some Democrats left.
Yeah.
13 Congress Democrats left the Democratic Party. So it's almost like when I hear things like this, I don't take it with a grain of salt or take it too seriously because, take it too seriously because this happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People leave parties all the time. They come back or whatever. I don't think Tucker's gone. I just think he's upset right now and he'll be back.
I think it's bigger. I think there is you're hearing more of the word independent being used. You're hearing the words bipartisan being used. You're hearing I think this type of verbiage is probably the beginning of either a new party, because the same thing's happening on the left. The left is having real big problems in New York with the progressives. They're not the same. I think we're going to be watching a new party be evolve because Nick Fuentes, you know, a lot of these libertarians, Dave Smith, what's his name, Tim Pool, these people have huge followings, and their big thing is they don't fuck with the Republican Party. They don't fuck with the Democratic Party. So, I mean, independents are very dangerous.
That's
how
where
Trump,
we are. Moderate, right-leaning, moderate. Like I don't claim anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm centrist. I can see and agree with things on both sides, but like to subscribe to one party and say I am this and stamp yourself, like I think that's becoming taboo.
Yeah, you're going to lose because that person is not perfect, and that person got paid a lot of money by somebody, and that somebody is going to want results for whatever they paid for.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you got Thomas Massey coming up talking about he wants to run for president. Well, not many people know this. One of the most strategic things I think Trump ever did in his career in politics was he told the Republican Party, like, hey, when he ran for his first term, he said, hey, I will run as an independent and fuck your world up. I mean, think about that. Like the Republicans agree, say, hey, we're going to put this person up front. And we want to run Donald. We don't want you to run. He runs for an independent. Think about how MAGA would have fucking went off, and then he probably.
And before that, he rocked with Democrat, Oprah, all of them. They were all best friends. He was close with a lot of people in Hollywood, a lot of people in the media. Then all of a sudden, he ran. He chose, he ran as a Republican. He came down the escalator, and then now he's racist.
Yeah.
Just overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Baba. Stupid. Okay, sorry, Baba. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then what was that 2015? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and that's the play. We always talk
yeah.
about that with this. It's like it's interesting how the media can do what they did, and I won't dwell on it because we've talked about it a lot. But Trump was the golden boy of this country. If you go back to anything in the '90s, whether it was that, it's not surprising that Snoop Dogg fucked with Donald Trump.
Movies, music. He was in Home Alone 2. He was in all the freaking rap songs. He was in fucking TV. He had his TV show.
Saturday Night Live. Said they had him.
Yes, he was a positive figure in the media.
And anybody who doesn't like him, I just really wish, I'm very indifferent, but I wish you would go back and try to figure out what the fuck that was. Because that's what always reigned true to me. I'm like, wait, hold up, man. We loved this nigga before.
We had the timestamp is 2015 when he came down the escalator and he gave his announcement speech. And then from that moment to the present, he's a racist person.
And remember, here's something else. Remember, all these motherfuckers who love Trump now did not love Trump when he came down the escalator. Ben Shapiro, I'm looking at you, fucking. All of them did this thing where they didn't want. DeSantis was one of them. I mean, no one had faith in this man. Now all of a sudden, but this is what you should be paying attention to if you want to be frustrated about something.
Right.
It's the fact that there are people who did not fuck with Marco Rubio. All of them did not like him.
Most of them. And
J.D.
he destroyed, what was the Bush, the brother?
Oh, Jeb Bush. Ooh.
He destroyed Jeb. He destroyed all the nominees. And the way he did it was just being real and unapologetic and just fucking raw.
And if any of you minorities who have money could just get yourself out of some of this victim mentality and you act like that, fuck that. I'm going, and then don't I would just wish you could take off. I remember saying, I can't do that because if black people did it, it would be this. We can't do that because if we black, no, go do that, motherfucker, man. If you want to get up there and just sue the government for whatever reason, when I see people who are outside of my I guess my community, the people I know, and I see something on the other side that I don't like, but it worked. Hey Frank, we need to do this because it shows it's not a black. I do think in certain places it might be a black and white thing, but fuck it, I'm an American too. You know what I mean?
Basically,
I should be able to bitch, complain, and act an ass. Why can't I act like a 40-year-old white man when my meal is fucked up? Shit.
Right.
But yeah, him leaving the Republican Party is going to be kind of big. And 2028 is going to be very interesting because independents. I mean, I do believe that that's how they'll hide the next version of this game.
Yeah. So we're starting to get people that nominating for. I heard somebody from the UFC. I don't know who he is, a fighter or somebody saying he's going to run for president in 2028. So we're like 2 years away. So we're going to start seeing self nominations.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see who's going to stand up and say, vote for me.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's going to be, like you said, more independents, people that don't claim right away. And then maybe towards the end or closer to the election, they may have to.
I think split. It won't. I don't think independent will win, but I do think that we'll start to see a rise. I think probably 3 or 4 presidents from now, I wouldn't be surprised that independent comes.
Right now, it's too the extremism on both sides is like it's too the gap is so wide. It's too divisive.
And none of them are fixing problems.
No,
none of them are fixing the average American.
And the thing
problems.
is, they haven't been doing that for decades now. Like if you think back and look back at history, like I say all the time, they flip flop, they exchange power. They do it on this side, they'll do what they want, and then when they get it, they just reverse everything. So it's like it's always going back and forth, and nothing gets solved. And it was 2026, and we're still talking about the same problems we talked about 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people aren't old enough, or like
but
people they recycle the same problems. 10 years from now, we're still talking about healthcare costs and fucking gas and all this stuff.
And this is why I do think that people should step out of their box. People like Tucker Carlson, and I'm not trying to glaze him, but I'll never forget I heard him one time talk about personal loans and 15% interest rates. Crazy. And he's just like, why the fuck is that even legal? Why has the government not stepped in on that? Like, why is it like now? When I hear that type of talk, that's what my politicians should be talking about. That is why, like, okay, all right, say you can't get rid of taxes for whatever reason. Why is it okay for anybody to charge? Why is it okay for someone to put a device in your motor of your vehicle, and then if you're a day late on the payment, be able to turn your vehicle off? Now, once again, responsibility to pay the bill, but
that's crazy.
What are we talking about not being able to pay your car note? Right. Why is 3% interest or 3% is the standard for your raises for, what's it called? Cost of living. Why are businesses only giving 3% for cost of living, but the interest rates and everything else goes up way more than 3%?
Yeah, no, there's definitely an issue with the usury. Is it usury? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Usury. In this country, other countries, whatever. Predatory loans. That's why, like, when it comes to student loans, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Wipe them shits out. I do not care. I know the argument for paying it and paying your loans and debts and all that. But it is a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? Student loans, pyramid scheme, the massive debt, people paying it for, paying thousands of dollars and then not moving because of the interest is just piling and piling and piling.
That's crazy.
And then just to not have, not necessarily compassion, but to understand that that's a real problem. It's not something anybody could just pay off. Even if you pay off all the things, it's like you pay so much more than what you took out.
It's just capitalism, greed, because first off, I have beef with the colleges already. Once I found out, what is it called, where somebody pays their pay at a business? Like say I could say this business, I say, hey, I'm going to pay your salary for a year out of my pocket.
Subsidized?
I forgot what it's called, but it's something they do in colleges and things like that, where a donor who went to the college.
Scholarship?
No, it's not a scholarship. It's like, say a professor's at Harvard. I graduated from Harvard. I go to Harvard to donate money and say, hey, you know what? I'll pay for this person specifically his money. I'm not understanding the debt side of that college because, one, why is it that expensive to maintain? Two, if you have this much alumni that are willing to participate and give to the school, why not lean on them and then give them ownership of the school and they get profits of whatever you would be able to get during, football games, things like that. And if your school just isn't popular enough to stand its own ground, I mean, it is what it is. But having that much debt behind education is crazy. It is crazy. That time has come and gone in the 90s when they just said go to college. And that's what it was for.
Right.
It was for like the 90s. If you had a degree in 92, you were definitely making $100,000.
Right. And nowadays it's like it's almost more beneficial to start a business and be a business owner than to go to college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they trick you too, because they'll say stuff like the most educated block of people is black women. And it's like, that doesn't mean that. That means that they tricked us into going to college, and that might not have been necessary for the skills what we were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to maximize your administrative skills, you don't need to spend $40,000 in college.
Mm-hmm.
If you were talking about being a brain surgeon, fuck yeah, go ahead and spend that money because it's going to compensate you at some point.
Fuck student loans.
All right.
We recording? We recording? Fuck student loans.
Fuck student loans. Fuck
The
interest.
government. I heard, like when Biden was in, he had programs and it was gonna. I heard people that I know were saying their student loans melted away and got paid. I'm still waiting for mine.
Oh, they done
know
with
what
they
that's
done
about.
with that. They done with
They
that. They
don't?
shouldn't have
Fuck.
done it. They should have done it.
Fuck.
I mean, the way that the government does stuff is just irritating because you find ways to giving money, fixing stuff like bailouts, for instance, the automobile bailouts, things like that. You got money for that, but you don't got money to.
They got money for
subsidize.
Israel and Ukraine, but
And
American
then
people.
And rightfully so. I'm not the type of person to argue about it. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Send them the money. I don't know nothing about what you guys got planned, but why not look out for our country?
Well, look out for the people that vote for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Trump, do something about the student loans, bro.
Student loan,
I'm not trying to
federal
pay that shit.
taxes, federal taxes.
Get rid of income tax, wipe out student loans, and let's make America great. You
Make
know what I'm saying?
America
How about that?
really
That's
great.
what we
And
waiting- we still waiting.
you want to shut up every minority, Donald D. Trump, the
Bro.
Uncle Trump. I'm telling you, what you
Bro.
gotta do is just get rid of the federal loan. They will start the dancing, boy. They will. When I tell you, they will sing your name.
They
from
probably
here.
won't.
No. I'm talking about the black folk. The black folk. You take away federal.
They can't. They still gotta hate. They still gotta find. They'll take the money, but then they'll still talk the shit.
It's the politicians, man. It's
Yeah.
the politicians that are really the problem because they're going to sit there and try to make some. Anyway,
There's always a response. There's always an
Always.
answer. If something good happens, they got to talk about why it's bad. Just like how we talked about where, he talked about getting rid of income tax. And they got to say, oh, getting rid of income tax is bad. What did Joy Reid say?
Oh,
they want to
my
go
God.
back. They want to make America to the point where she made it about the rich people. The rich people giving.
You talking about her 4th of July rant?
I don't know. It was something where when they talked about doing away with income tax, she was saying it's the rich people just want to be able to give money to their kids when they pass away without all the taxes.
But-
or whatever.
but-
And she made it seem like a bad thing.
Don't let these rich people talk you out your life, man. They are rich. Period. I don't look at anybody who's rich and think they can understand anything I'm talking about. Charlemagne the God. We live a middle class lifestyle, so they're going to be sitting in traffic all day. Gas is $4 a fucking gallon. Insurance prices for some reason are just through the roof. I used to be able to grocery shop for $2.50. Now I'm taking me $4.45. Motherfuckers, just me and a 3-year-old. Like you're not making any of this make sense, and then have the nerve to say, "Hey, don't forget that student loan debt." Because you wanted to be smart.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
so.
yeah, I'm gonna get off my soapbox on that.
Kamala Harris was on the Don Lemon show.
Oh yeah.
There's a clip circulating where typical Kamala Harris rambling, going off. She sounded like she's drunk. She said something about hope is a verb or something. Like, y'all said it to me. I was watching it.
So it is one of the most hilarious things in the world watching
We'll
this
clip to
woman.
it somewhere over here. but-
Yo, she was on this Don Lemon podcast and he's asking her questions. She just goes on this drunk ramble, right? And what got me the most is Don Lemon sitting there just like this. And I'm gonna show you how easy this stupid shit is. Ask me a question. I'm gonna do it.
What do you think about black fatigue?
When the country is talking about how tired they are of things that have been distraught, displaced, disillusioned, and degraded throughout hundreds of years, you'd be tired too. With the way our heart spins with nothing but love and guidance, we know that we can overcome. And you know what? The way our ancestors did it, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. You see how easy I did that shit?
Hope is a verb.
Hope is a verb, man. What the fuck was she saying? If anybody watches that and is like, yo, I wanted that for president, I'm not saying Donald Trump is like some sort of literary genius.
He's not.
But what the fuck was that? I'm sick of politicians not answering questions.
And there's been a lot of that during her campaign. The little campaign that she did do, there was It was
A lot of
mostly
it.
that. It was
A lot
mostly
of it. I'll even take the drunk thing out of it. But you know what's fucking crazy? If she was in her 20s, mid-20s, somebody would be eating that shit up. They put her as somebody's vice president. That shit's cute when you're young because look at you trying to play grown. We think, you sound like you really know what we like that. And so you
like Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, it just sounds
Thunberg.
right. Yeah.
What was her thing? She
environment.
Was, but she was at the UN and she was like, yeah. How dare you ruin my future or something? And it was like,
And then also too the money that comes with some of these things. I'm not saying everybody's doing it for money, but it costs for people to do these things. So the biggest lick you got as a young person is social media now, or getting some sort of fame where the money flows in like that. But I'm so sick of Democrats. I was listening to one of Mel Donnie's people on the Breakfast Club this week. They like another. They are really sweeping house up there. Those Democratic Socialists. It's not the same as Democrats. But she said she wanted to end childhood poverty. I didn't hear not once how she's going to end childhood poverty. Like I really care.
Was it the vibe talking?
Oh yeah, super vibes talking. Because I'm not understanding that. You tell me you're going to fix something. I need to be able to hold you to account. But you haven't told me what you're doing. You're just saying like anybody can say, "Hey, vote for me. I'm going to give you $50 tomorrow." I don't have to give you $50.
Right. And to get in there and then there's a flip. But yeah, New York is on a different level. It'll be interesting to see where it is in a couple of years of their policies and see what's going on there.
I mean, I hope it works.
They just stopped. They did a rent freeze.
Yeah, I saw that.
They did a rent freeze.
What does that mean?
So the rent freeze is so landlords can't hike the rent at a certain. So like whatever the rent is now, I guess every year it goes up or whatever with inflation. Like so, it's done. They did that before. I think in the '90s there was a rent freeze in New York and it destroyed landlords.
Yeah.
But basically, cost of living is going to go up. It's going to be more expensive for the landlords, and then, what I'm saying, it's good for the tenants, I guess. But then, landlords run out. They can't maintain the place. They can't raise the prices and do certain things, and so properties and the living, is going to decline. Because they can't work on anything, can't maintain.
I really hope that there's a plan. I don't want him to just fail, Meldani or that version of New York. I don't want them to fail, but I just don't see how it can be successful. And I want to be proven wrong. I definitely do. But then also it's...
The thing is, like, when you focus and try to put Band-Aids on symptoms, like putting a rent freeze is working on helping the tenant, which I understand help the tenant. But then you're causing an issue on the other side.
But there's a bigger picture.
And you're not working on the core issue, which is nobody can afford to fucking pay their rent. That's the issue. Right?
I heard there's a lot of real estate in New York that's not occupied, and that's something. Yeah. So like somebody from China comes over, buys this building right here, and then leaves it vacant. So if I do that 20 times within the 20, 30-mile radius, think about how that affects the prices of apartments and stuff like that. But then I agree, nobody wants to go through the actual work because all these things that sound good that you want, free this, free that, do
Band-Aids.
this, it takes a lot of work to do that in general, but it's never going to fix the problem. I'm never going to make enough money. I live in America. I will never make enough money.
And you think that's kind of what the parties do, right? They focus on bans. So like Democrats will focus on poor people and programs and giving them money and making their life cheaper at the expense of the more privileged. Republicans will do the opposite, right? At the expense of the poor people. But you're still working on symptoms and you're still isolated and working on your core, voters. When are we going to fix the problems that affects everybody at the same time? Which I believe would, centrist people can focus and do that. But it's like, we got to fix core issues instead of symptoms of individual groups.
I don't think politicians are tapped in enough. The politicians don't know. It's just like celebrities. They don't know what it's like to be middle class. They haven't been middle. Think about that. People haven't been middle class in most of the time I've been alive, these celebrities. How are you telling me you're going to know what my problem is, let alone Nancy Pelosi? How the fuck do you know what my problem is?
Insider trading, that's all she did.
Insider trading. I followed. Look, I made $1,000 off her back once or twice.
I need to do that.
Well, no, she's
super pause. She's is she?
Yeah, I guess. What's the name? Speaking of black politicians, you saw Obama and I heard Charlemagne on the Brilliant Idiots yesterday talking about Obama. Funny.
Said he's a hypocrite.
Yeah, funny story. Yesterday, I'm cleaning up around the house. I think my daughter was asleep, and we have a group chat with everybody in the room right now. And somebody said Charlamagne's finally talking some sense. As I'm watching the exact same podcast, almost at the exact same time, within 3 seconds, he says, "Oh yeah, he's dumb again." And literally, I just get to the same part where it's like, "Yep, there he is. He's stupid." But yeah, I mean, just let him in, Frank.
What he said. So Obama was talking tough about Trump. Said Trump wouldn't says what he says to his face, bro. And then Charlamagne's calling him out on that because he's like, whenever they're together, they're always buddy.
Yeah.
They're cordial, right? It's almost like behind the scenes they're friends, but separate on their own platforms. They talk shit about each other. Obama said Trump is in his head. Trump always says, Obama's in his head, and it's wrestling. And I've said this before. Go back to our stuff. Politics, at least the conflictual part of it, it's wrestling. They talk shit about each other publicly. Yeah. Behind the scenes, they're working for the same company. They're working for WWE, whatever the case. In public, they got to wrestle and pin each other and win and lose and all these things. But it's like, so Charlamagne was saying that it was all fake, and he was calling Obama out for talking tough.
And I appreciate it because it's true. Obama, I think, just by saying someone lives rent-free in your head doesn't mean that's the case. I do agree with, like, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. So I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want when I want. It's not living rent-free. It's just if I feel like it, I'll say what I say. And the same thing with Obama. Obama was sitting there talking tough. And the biggest argument I love that Charlamagne made is like, yo, you're doing the same shit. Like, you all are fake. Like, you don't really have a beef with him because you know good and well this is what you got to say to, and you know that you said some shit.
It's apparent. And nobody, like, when I seen it, I didn't believe it. I didn't like, oh yeah, Obama. Like, it just seemed.
He said he know better. Bitch, you 60.
It's a script.
He's like 80 or some shit. Like, what are you talking? You gonna punch him in the face if he call you?
And if anybody believes it, you're being very naive. You know what I'm saying? Don't Obama talking tough. Even Trump saying things like
it just makes you feel good.
It's entertainment. It's the WWE shit talking. That's all it is. Behind closed doors, they're buddies, they're friends. They have scripts. They have things they got to do in public. Yeah. But behind, you know what I'm saying? They're the same people.
Yeah, they're the same people. And then everybody's trying to praise Michelle because she doesn't fuck with him, which, I mean, I can give some respect to that too, but it's just like, dude, what are we talking about, man? Like, you guys, all these politicians get away with fucking murder as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen no arrest of any politician whatsoever since this administration's been on, and they've been talking all this big boy shit. A lot of shit's been happening.
They talk about Comey's got stuff going on.
Oh, my God. I think he got off. I think Comey got off.
Yeah. It goes without consequence. You know who got fucked up?
Who?
What's the lady from the Epstein files?
Oh, Ghislaine?
Just Jane. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the only one. She's the only one. And she was just a transporter or something. She was a liaison.
If you choose to believe that. I'm not even going to go down conspiracies, but her father was huge in Israel's development as a country. Huge.
She got fake arrested.
For people who don't know, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. Oh, I forgot his name. Somebody check on that.
Is that the guy that owns a textbook company or something?
He published American textbooks, bro. Think about that. Somebody from another country was
McGraw-Hill.
Yeah, whatever it was called. But think about the conditioning you could do with your kids now. Just teach you whatever you teach, whatever I want to teach you. You've never heard of the Armenian genocide in any capacity of any school. You know what I mean? You haven't heard of, you think Hitler was the only person killing millions of fucking people? And if it's important to know about those type of things, why the hell do we only know about one? Yeah. What's going on in Northern Africa? What happened in Rwanda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why don't we talk about that shit? I'm not saying one is better than the other, but if you're telling me this is the type of attention that comes from that, I mean,
there's so many more.
There's so many more. And once again, your school books weren't teaching you this. Your teachers don't know nothing about it. But then they'll make sure to tell you about Rosa Parks, which was a planned political stunt. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. The media is crazy, bro. That's why I don't watch or listen to a headline. I stopped getting emotional about news probably about COVID 2020. Before that, read a headline, get pissed off. Read a headline, get sad. Read a headline, get happy. My emotions were tied to whatever was happening in the media cycle. You know what I'm saying? And since I've unplugged from that, I've been more happier. I see it as entertainment. I see it as fucking John Cena versus The Rock. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is to me. And I think if you could adopt that mentality, you might be happier on Earth. You know, as you could still pay attention to the news and politics and all that, but when it comes to like letting your emotions get manipulated, you gotta cut that shit.
I like just knowing the extra stuff because it makes certain cultural things make a lot of sense to me. No offense to any of my Jewish brothers and sisters, Muslim brothers and sisters, Christians or whatever, but like just by being aware of why they're making these moves. I never I watched a show called Pantheon, really good show on Amazon if anybody's seen it. And there was like this Jewish dude and this Arab dude and they just were beefing for a super long time.
Right.
And like, remember seeing the movies and TV shows on it? I get it now. And you have to, I like to know a little bit, but I have the time, but I never paid any attention. I was just spoon-fed what everybody was talking about. Confederate flags are bad. Here you go. I'm going to say a war in Afghanistan bad. That's what I'm going to say.
Remember in the 2000s, after 9/11, all the movies were about Muslim terrorists?
Oh, yeah, propaganda.
Movies and show. And then it was to the point. I'm like 16, 17, 18. I'm going outside and I see somebody with the joint and I'm looking at them like they could have a bomb on them. Like it's so they get it into your head so much.
Half the reason a lot of us joined the military. I joined the military and I'm thinking to myself, I will remember this day forever. I'm standing up at PT and got my hand over my heart during Reveille, and I'm sitting there like, I will die for this motherfucking country. I will kill a man for this country. 18 years old, dude, what the fuck, barely out of boot camp.
Yeah, that's how they get the young people though.
I stick a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
As a 40-year-old, we know, but like they still catching the 20-something-year-olds.
I don't think so. I think the internet has.
They did do the draft thing for women or whatever, and like a lot of them like, I'm not doing that shit.
I don't think we'll get as far as the draft, but I'll tell you what, we don't. If you guys ever wanted to see why being in the military is scary or like why it's important to be a part of something like that, go ahead and look at what's happening in Ukraine with some of these videos.
Yeah,
that's terrifying. That's terrifying, and you're sacrificing. Russia and Ukraine have sacrificed their young men to this war, and the effects of this will be large.
Yeah. And guess what? We love America. I love our country, but like it's almost like dying for your country doesn't seem like it's propaganda.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like going to war for like, and when was the last time like the military, our military is for defense of our homeland. When's the last time we haven't had an occupation or an invasion?
Largest
on our
military
land,
budget in the world.
We're more so out there fucking around, but we haven't had an occupation or
we've
maybe
never,
an ideological one, but not like boots on the ground kinetic.
Yeah, and I don't. Hopefully, it never happens. But the thing is with the way our country runs, our biggest commodity is war. We can come to your house and destabilize your fucking house. I need this material. China moves like a actual, and I'm not glazing China about this. I love America, but China is a old country, and they move like an old country. So I invest in Africa, and I have a shortage of beef in China. I remind Africa, hey, man, I gave you $200 million. Is there any way you could send me some beef? Sure, I'll send you some beef. I occupy properties and build bridges in Mexico. This soft power is real. And then fuck you Democrats for fucking up USAID because soft power is not teaching Ugandans about fucking trans.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's about, like, hey, I have helped you with the infrastructure of your country. So at some point, if I need something, we should be able to have a conversation.
Yeah, spending millions of dollars on education for that.
Yeah.
But the ideology is crazy. That's where the ideological warfare, I think that's ideological warfare where you try to infiltrate another country with your ideologies. And it's not even all Americans' ideologies. It's a certain party's ideologies. But it's like spreading the gospel or converting people, spreading your message so they think like you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me go out there, spread the gospel, get these people to think like us, so then they are technically us, one of us. You know what I'm saying? And then they can do that in their country, spread our gospel, have voters or have politicians talking that shit over there. You know, spread your ideas around the world.
But that never works. You're not creating a new world or cohesive world. Like, that is such a difficult task to do on its own. The fact that they even thought that they could do that, and thinking they're doing it in the Middle East. Look at this clusterfuck we got now. Nothing we have done in the Middle East to integrate Western values to those people has worked. The closest we get to it is Israel, and those people are weird. Like, I'm sorry, if you're watching a big screen TV of places being bombed, that is weird. In a congregation, that is weird. I've been slighted in my life. Not once have I ever said, hey, I want to go put a camera up and watch the person who fucked me over get hurt.
Yeah, that's a different level of morality right there, and lack of human life.
Yeah.
Or lack of...
Or just a different view on life. And that's okay. That's where you're from. You people, that's your thing. Why is America trying to teach you to be like, no. Like that's not, that is the hubris about that. It will always be astounding. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what the reasoning is. If you love Israel so fucking much, move these motherfuckers to Texas. Now what? Give you your bullshit land back. Do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have the technology to do the damage you think you want to do here. But if heaven forbid you did, we will glass that entire fucking area. Like the playing the games is just ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
but
that's bars.
But I've been hearing a lot of conversation lately about black fatigue.
What is black fatigue for the viewers that may not know?
Black fatigue is basically everybody getting sick of niggas. Yeah, that's the way I take it. But let's look at the actual literary definition, because I don't think niggas is in there. Black fatigue definition, guys. Let me do this. We're going to do this live for you. Black fatigue is a term with two primarily high concentrating meanings. Original meaning, coined by author Mary Frances Winters in 2020. That sounds like a white woman that's fed up. That's Mary Frances Winters. That woman has had a Shaniqua.
I'm going to look her up while you're doing that.
Describes the physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion experienced by black people due to the cumulative toll of systemic racism, microaggressions, and the constant stress of navigating prejudice.
She's not white.
Society. Oh, really?
She light skinned.
Oh, yeah. She's black.
She's black.
But it was co-opted, guess by who? Most recently on social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter. The phrase has been repurposed by some commentators to express frustration and impatience with perceived bad behavior or negative stereotypes within black communities. So,
black fatigue.
Just sick of niggas. I know black people think I be picking on y'all, but man, some of the chimp behavior is crazy, man. Did y'all make a dance?
Oh, the
Austin Metcalf dance? Did someone's child make a dance about stabbing somebody in the fucking heart? Yeah. Are middle-class black kids out here just doing stupid shit for no reason?
That is horrible. I did see that.
Yeah.
And it's a viral thing. You know, it spread, they make the videos.
It's the ignorance. And anybody who's educated around any of these idiots, y'all need to put them in check. They were smacking people, the white people, just because they're thinking he was on the Austin Metcalf thing. The teen takeovers, like
there was a big one of those. So speaking of teen takeover, just yesterday.
Really?
I forget where it was, but it was huge. It took over the whole city. They had like cops and everything.
Really?
I forget where it was. It was like yesterday.
Where are your parents?
Yeah.
Where are your parents? And once again,
but the parents are like that too, though. That's the thing. A lot of parents are in that mentality where it's okay.
Here. So to me, I just don't understand. Like I try to be graceful about kids being kids. You know what I mean? But man, dude, like this is a good life. Like why cause more headache? And then we already have problems as African Americans being perceived a way. Why encourage that any further? If you want to go do something big, go get a permit. Go get a permit. For the life of me, I don't understand. Like, if you want to have a congregation with your family and friends, I mean, just coordinate it, make it. You can make money on that. If you gather that many young people around you, just imagine you charge each one $5 and all you did was give them hot dogs and hamburgers.
Bars.
Yeah,
and are these random or like they just pop up?
I think they message each other and they kind of make it big on campus.
But this one, for this particular one, which I'll put in the comments, I forget where it was. They were just fighting and chaos and property destruction, and it's like they just met up to just fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying?
You want to hear a hot take?
Hot take coming in hot.
Take home economics and all the bullshit, oceanography, all the bullshit classes at school, and every child should have 4 years of learning about United States federal and state laws.
That could be dope.
I think that these children.
But they don't teach that in government already, or no?
No, they tell you.
I barely
they give
remember
you,
my
they give
government
you
classes.
nothing. I'm meaning you should know that what you did out there is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You should
And
know that
consequences.
There are consequences of it.
Yeah.
You should be. I think these children are not prepared and understand what type of lifestyle you're looking at when you fight a cop. What type of lifestyle you're looking at when you go drink alcohol out in public. What type of lifestyle you're looking at when you occupy somebody's property without them knowing. Like, you're being tricked out of it, and this is a part of black fatigue. You aren't special enough in any regard for us to overlook these things.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to jail.
Yeah, if you get caught.
You
Yep.
get caught, and it's just
It's the music, man. I think it's the music. I don't
music?
even know who the artists are these days, like the new rappers and all that. I couldn't even tell you, but I'm pretty sure the music's still playing a huge part.
I think the music in the
degeneracy.
single parent home. I think the music.
Wasn't there a song that came out that was teaching kids how to scam?
Oh
It was
my
like
God!
a scammer song.
Yo, we gotta put that, chop that in there, boy.
Scammer song.
This how you know a nigga 40. When I heard that song, I turned into my granddad, my uncle,
And it's on the
my
radio.
dad. I was like, "What is this little girl talking about?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we
It's
heard it
sexy-
on. We heard
is
it on
sexy-
Z1.
it's- I think no, it's one of the city girls. Yeah, Young
Young
Miami.
Yeah.
And the type of man that they're looking for is like, bro, no, little girl. Like,
And then
yeah.
the boys hear that and then want to aspire to be that. You know what I'm saying? Because they hear it on the song. It's on the radio.
He chasing
It's
that. He
popular.
chasing that thing. He chasing that thing like he's chasing that thing. And I'm telling.
There's got to be something in the water. Because like I said before, we listened to degenerate shit when we was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But not every. But I never participated. I don't know. Maybe we just different.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know.
I
I was never
I think
influenced to
there
go
are
out and
I think people who understand the reality of it, you enjoy it as entertainment. Asian people listen to this music. Mexicans listen to this music. Like, you're not seeing the same thing all over.
Yeah.
And once again, if we're just tired of seeing it, how about we stop it? Like, I'm tired of seeing some of the ignorance. Me and we all throw our hat into it in some way, but like, man, we are way better than this. We are way better than this. And I'm not just talking to black people. I'm talking to anybody in this country. If you are out here feeling like you say, "Oh, I can't," if we do this, this will happen, like in a negative way. If black people do this, oh, we can't do that because they'll shut us down. Da, 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 da. Then why the fuck would you go do a non-permanent event and take over an area? If you think that you can't get away with it. No, you know you can get away with it. You just hoping that somebody has empathy on your ass because of racism.
Right.
And that's never should fly.
Yeah.
Never.
I don't know, man. It's the music. The industry pushes the music. Parents let them listen to the music. They take, what you consume influences you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a reality, especially when you're younger and you're influential or influenced by your environment. I think that stuff gets into your mind, gets into your brain, and then you think that's reality.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where all I listened to was hip hop music, and that was my life. I didn't care about nothing else but rap and hip hop. And then I started hearing other types of music, and it expanded my mind, and I learned about different artists. And it's just the world is so huge, right? But before that, it was just hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nothing else mattered. You know what I'm saying? As far as music.
I'm from DC, so all we had was rap and go-go music. So I only listened to that, and then one day I changed the radio station to that, and I'll never forget listening to Sandman was it Sandman? Sandman by Metallica. And I just, ever since then, I never looked back. I mean, I listen to all types of music, huge punk rock fan, but like, that should start getting everybody out of their boxes. You know what I mean? Like the aggression. If we're looking at music that perpetuates something bad like that, and then you're seeing people mimic it, why is it hard for us to take that away? Why is it that hard to fight against or to communicate against? When you see, and once again, Breakfast Club, all the rappers, all this stuff. Like, dude,
Radio stations. They all
if
play.
you care that fucking much, and it would even be 1% of the reason why young black people do these things, you would have a hard on about eliminating that type of stuff. But because it makes so much money,
I don't even think it's about. I think the money is important, but I think it's about continuing degenerate generations and the school to prison pipeline, all those things. All those things play into it.
because we are. I mean, I look at some of these statistics. Minorities are getting better than like the incarceration rate, the divorce rates. Like we are getting better.
Improving.
But the thing is, we need to be able to highlight every bit of that. A lot of them kids that were probably doing that were straight A students.
Facts.
So now you've complicated your day, maybe potentially getting arrested.
And we gotta stop. We gotta stop making excuses.
Yeah, I agree.
For it. And we know people. We know people that you talk about crime and all that. They'll make an excuse for it, or say it's they'll come up with some reason to justify it or whatever. And it's like we gotta stop doing it.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. No excuses. I mean, I get it. It's sad. I don't want to see anybody, but bro, the fact this kid is getting a appeal, black fatigue. And everybody who's on that whoever those people are, you all should be ashamed of your fucking self. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're only doing this because you want the money. You only doing this because you can get the clicks.
The lawyers.
You get the names, whatever it is. You're just knowing the exposure you're going to get. The young man killed somebody, and instead of letting him be able to just live that 17 years the best he possibly can and be as safe as he possibly can, it's not funny. It's not cool, but y'all, those vultures.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard he got out on bond or bail or bond or something like recently.
No, he can't get on bail and bond.
It could have been some
convicted.
bullshit.
He was convicted.
Yeah, no.
So
I think they were making a big deal about he hired a certain bond fee.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
I saw that. I was like, would they let him out? Like, that's crazy. But
no. He's convicted. His family, and I don't want to. The more time goes on with this specific case, the more I do have more empathy, I guess, just for the situation. He did it to me, but know that his family didn't apologize or at least try to have some sort of fellowship with the Metcalfs, because I mean somebody lost their fucking son.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I do believe at some point the dad did care because he knows Carmelo was going to jail.
And, I heard he tried to meet with them.
Yeah,
and
pray.
they were like, all this
He
crazy
wanted to
stuff.
pray. That man, you talk about some money. Boy.
I
Y'all
can't
seen
even
his house?
imagine, bro. I can't imagine. I don't know how if that happened to I don't know who I'd be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would react, but I mean, kudos to him. And once again, if I could adopt like a level of patience on that level, shit, fucking the family walked out of court, and some black woman had the nerve to say, "I'm happy your son is dead." Think about the mental, like somebody said that out loud,
For them to hear.
like
In person. From your mouth to the eardrums.
Recorded it.
Yeah.
It's just that type of stuff that will always keep Americans separated, and that level of ignorance should be called out. If it's your mom, your aunt, your cousin, whoever, when you see that chimp shit, man, get that shit the fuck away from me.
That's crazy.
I don't want to encourage anybody in any community to do negativity. And it seems like minorities are gravitating to this, and I keep saying it, I said it in the same fucking chair. There's going to be a level of people who do not give a fuck that you call them racist. They do not care that you're going to sit there and say you're going to try to claim that it was racism. That boy that died in England, that was a very big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Cops listen to a minority instead of doing their fucking job. And now
for fear of perception.
And America is not England.
Not at all.
These cops are not fucking playing with you. I watched some of these videos of cops with their body cam, and it looks like what we talk about with black fatigue. I'm not hearing it. Ma'am, what is your name? Well, I just want to fight, lock her up. You know what I mean? Like, I think all that is just...
Don't fight with the police.
Yeah,
we said on the last episode, don't fight with the police. You know what I'm saying? Just use your brain.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with them.
I got one good thing for you. We were talking earlier, tickets.
Concert tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody is buying concert tickets anymore. All these, even big stars, music stars, they're canceling concerts because nobody's going outside. Nobody's buying tickets. And the economy's shitty. and people can't afford shit. So
I'll take you one even further. Motherfucker, why are y'all doing stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday nights? I've never understood that with concerts. I mean, I understand you have to occupy the days of the building. That's probably why you do it. But if I'm an adult and I want to go into a concert and it's Tuesday, I work. I work on Monday. I work on Wednesday. I mean, yes, I could take off, but that level of inconvenience.
And then there'll be late shows.
Late shows.
The headliner shows up at midnight.
Midnight. Don't say you're gonna go see Lauryn Hill. I shout out to Lauryn Hill.
I remember I went to see the fucking Afrojack. Afrojack in Echo in DC, Echo Stage in DC. That motherfucker was the headline, and it was like almost 2 a.m. He still wasn't even in.
See, shit like that.
I bounced. I saw all the openers. Never even saw Afrojack. You know what I'm saying? And it was like going on 2 o'clock.
And when you pay good money, I got tickets to go see Wolf
I cussed
Mother.
them out. I cussed them out on Twitter.
Did they respond?
Nah, not this time.
I did. I bought tickets to see Wolf Mother in Norfolk, and they canceled. And I kind of think it would be the same thing because I mean it's a very obscure album. I'm very surprised that they toured on it. But anyway, like I just think like you could structure entertainment better. It doesn't have to be that expensive. It doesn't have to be that inconvenience to do it. And whatever happened to like celebrities coming to fucking cities and just doing little events?
It's ego.
Like go to the amphitheater. You're just gonna perform two or three songs. You got food trucks.
Kiefer Sutherland. Do you know he does music?
No.
He plays
24.
some type of instrument. Do you remember? What?
Keith
Ain't that your cousin?
Sutherland,
You don't know about your cousin? Kiefer Sutherland plays some instrument. Flute, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But he's an example. He booked some shows, low ticket sales, and then he canceled. You know what I'm saying? But they were saying he was booking bigger venues than he should have been. Because first off, you didn't know he even does music. Most people don't. He's an actor, right? That's what they know him for.
He was in 24.
Yeah, and he's booking larger venues than he can even fill, and he's canceling because he's not selling tickets. So that's an example.
I think SZA had something like that, or so one of these female artists had something. But do you think the music industry makes it another 15 years?
I hope not.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I would like to see the huge record conglomerates dissipate and dissolve, and music become an independent thing.
Yeah.
You're independent. You make music. You put it out. You do all the things. You get the direct money for your art and for your work, as opposed to the record company and
like
360
Russ,
deals and all that stuff. I think it's time for all those conglomerate things to disappear. Yeah. And I'm not saying I understand capitalism and profit, but they're just abusive and they exploit artists way too fucking much.
I think it's going to be a very drastic change for the entertainment industry in total. Hollywood is losing production companies. They're going to Georgia. They're going overseas. They're going to Texas.
AI's beating
AI, AI music, laws involving AI. I think animation is pretty much done, to be honest. So I think we're going to see a huge shift in the entertainment industry where you'll be YouTube famous and make your money off of that. Like we're just not going to pay you millions of dollars to do shit anymore. You just doing hundreds of thousands and making money that way.
The bar for creativity has drastically dropped due to AI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these AI companies, if you invest in AI companies and you work in the AI industry, you're going to explode.
Yeah.
Like money-wise, financially, because everything is shifting to that. It's like AI creation is replacing art, replacing music, replacing visuals, replacing music, graphic, movies, all these things. And the people who made those things, production teams, like you said, Hollywood, like having to plan these huge shooting campaigns for movies and stuff, where you could have somebody sit behind a computer and do that shit in AI, it's like the bar has dropped.
Yeah, and if I can get any part done in AI to save money, they're going to do it. And there's a lot of incentives that these other states are giving. So I think the music industry is pretty much going to be like what you said. I think it's going to be independent people, and good for them. I do hope that a lot of the generation pockets their money.
We used to do music. You know what I'm saying? We at the time back then when we were doing music, our thing was trying to get signed.
Yeah.
You make a few mixtapes, you perform here and there. The ultimate goal was for a record label to see you, to sign you, to fund you, and basically help you move up.
Yeah.
That was the goal back then. This was like 10,
Chasing to get
15
along.
years ago. Today, it's more so like, bro, just put your shit out and then be an independent.
Yeah.
If you sign, they're gonna own you.
Yeah, and you got to pay that money back.
It's an advance. You got to pay it back. And if they don't want you to put out a record, or they can control what you put out, they don't like your album or whatever. Like, they own you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people sign and then can't put out music because none of it's approved, or there's issues politically, whatever the case have you. And it's just like you're just.
And you know what's crazy? That not Spotify. What was it, SoundCloud run?
Yeah.
Like, SoundCloud really tried to encourage that. There was a rapper, Russ. He made a song like every day, and then he got put himself on.
Yeah, Russ is dope, but he just recently signed, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, he signed to
Publishing?
Rock Nation, I think.
I just think it's dead, man. I think it's dead. I don't. Well, and maybe it's just I'm old because you heard Lizzo's sales, right?
2,000.
2,000. She sold 2,000 records. Lizzo's one of the most popular female pop stars. You might have known her for, I guess, being fat. That's about it. I mean, seriously, that's it. I mean, she can play the flute, but I mean, let's just be real. During that time,
she was a body positivity rapper, right? Saying it's healthy and all that. To be obese.
Okay.
That was her thing.
Okay. That body, man, fuck y'all with that body positivity shit. Fat. You get fat. We got to be healthy.
Yes.
Like, do not encourage your children. Be healthy. I mean, healthy doesn't have to be a six pack, but healthy also isn't an excuse for you to not be healthy.
BMI shouldn't be 50. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, man,
35 is crazy.
2,000 sales when before, how much she was selling in the millions, right?
I'm sure she was doing well in the beginning.
And to sell millions of records post 2010 is kind of a big deal. Mm-hmm. Like the 50 Cent was kind of like the end of that.
Yeah, but a lot of those were fluff numbers, man. Mm-hmm. Record labels were buying their own albums to pump those numbers up.
Yeah, and shit, whichever way. The numbers,
there's plenty independent. Like, my hat's off to independent artists. There's plenty of artists that are making a living making music and having 500 fans. Yeah. If you got 500 fans that buy your album and come to your shows, that's decent. That's a decent living you could live off. You don't need the 10,000 fans in stadiums and all that. If you get to that level by yourself, that's even better. But to do that traditionally, you got to go through the record label, and they're going to own a huge piece of that. If not, you'll be indebted for years on it.
Shout out to Paris, Texas. Independent rap group. Like, I mean, some great music.
Is that the one you sent me?
Yeah, Paris,
no,
Texas.
They're dope.
I love their material.
They were
but
dope.
yeah, and once again, I understand you need investments when it comes to like record labels and things like that, just for the capital. But like you said, you don't need it now. You don't need it.
Suno, all the equipment, is getting cheaper and cheaper by the day. And Suno is a huge AI. Suno, I use Suno for certain things. Suno is actually very powerful.
With that being said, with the entertainment switch, it's going to be big when it comes to like it has to change every single thing. Movies, TV shows, music, everything could be done independently. Podcasts are now a thing. I mean, it's drastically going to change.
At some point, we could probably do this now. We could probably put ourselves in an AI and have it do a whole show. Me and you talking just like this. Maybe saying the same things we would say, or maybe saying some shit we would never say. Yeah. But we could probably do that now.
I truly believe this AI stuff that we talk about now has been out at least for 10 years for some of the elites, and
for sure.
Ingested a
Hollywood,
lot of AI bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, we trained it. Yeah. We trained it, and it basically mimics humans.
Because it's crazy how we had Google. And Google essentially was the thing that showed and told us what we wanted, where it was, and how to get it. Now we just gave Google a little bit more of a booster shot, and the motherfuckers jumping in. But, shout out to everybody in the entertainment field. I just hope you guys protect your neck, because whatever's coming next, like, to try to trap y'all in, don't fall for it. Just do the best you can to get yourself on if possible. And be mindful, if someone's giving you free money, it's not free.
Oh, there's no such thing as free.
No such thing. And the way that they used to do it, I read they give you the money, front you the money, and then say, okay, now you got to record in this studio. And this studio is owned by the person for the money. Yeah. So you're double paying the motherfucker.
They give you the money, and then you give it back to them. And then you got to recoup it through your sales, your album sales. And if you don't, you're indebted. Then you got to put out another album to recoup the first album. It's
talk
like a
about
circle
some
of it. It's
slave
like
shit.
fucking it's
slave work.
It's slavery.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
and then watching some of these rappers not get it, and then when you see not the rappers that don't make it, that's the one, or to get the first album and don't. Oh my God! Like somebody was to pay that money back.
You're done.
You're
Yeah,
done.
You're done.
God, that was such.
Or you could do like Prince did in the '90s. Remember when he was
Oh,
called the artist formerly known as Prince?
Formerly known as Prince.
That was him breaking away from what he was contractually obligated to do, perform under his name.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I'm not Prince no more, because Sony owned that.
Mm-hmm.
So then he was the artist. So he kind of broke away and was able to do stuff under that moniker. But
Very
eventually he got Prince back or something happened.
Very interesting man. That whole journey for him. Matter of fact, his story. I read Rick James's book, and Rick James used to talk about like how Prince would open up for him, and Prince would do such a good pause.
Oh, sorry. I had to.
So apparently Rick James would be high and he'd get out there and see Prince like doing the damn thing. Like he out there got the crowd so hyped. They leaving after because they thinking that's the main show. Man, this man Rick James was pissed off. He was kicked the boy off the show, stole his shit. Like
Facts.
yeah, but shout out to Prince. Rest in peace.
The earthquakes, Venezuela got.
The
I saw
earthquakes.
some crazy videos.
We sent humanitarian aid out there too.
Yeah, Venezuela got fucked up
That's
by these
crazy.
earthquakes.
Didn't they say there was earthquakes here too?
Supposedly,
I didn't feel it.
nobody felt
Did y'all
anything.
feel it?
I didn't feel shit. I felt the one in 2011. I was in the second floor of my townhouse, and the whole house, like, I heard the wood, felt everything was like.
Oh, I stepped off a step and then thought I'd like lost my
dizzy.
equilibrium, and then like I was like, all right, whatever. Then someone called and like, oh yeah.
But apparently, there's earthquakes happening all around the world, even here on the East Coast in Virginia. But Venezuela got fucked up. I've seen some buildings collapse. They had some video, people getting trapped in buildings. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I don't understand. Is it their infrastructure just wasn't earthquake
No,
built?
it was. I think it was just that the earthquake itself, and most places don't build their things like considering earthquakes. Also, something that came out of this is they say that there's theories that because a sun flare happened that same day, and they say that sun flares might affect the tectonic plates causing
here we
earthquakes. So, well, no, this is actual science. This is actual science.
Doomsday conspiracy.
But,
you seen the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage?
Oh yeah.
That shit scared me,
That is
bro.
scary as fuck.
I was
That's
I don't know when it came out, like 10 years ago.
She was more than that.
I was actually legit like, yo, I feel like they're telling us that this is gonna happen. Like the whole vibe of the movie was, here's how everybody dies. Watch the movie so you know. And it just felt like that too.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
I think the earthquake, I don't know. I don't want to get too conspiratorial about it, but I will say that, like, I'm happy America came to help. It's sad that the earthquake happened, but I just don't. It's very weird all this stuff happened in Venezuela. Like the Maduro thing, the drug thing, the oil thing.
Oh, like you're saying it could be targeted?
Like, yeah, because they have, government officials have come out suggesting that earthquakes or that they can
use earthquake. Yeah. No, that's a conspiracy thing. We can talk about it on Wednesday. Yeah, my thing is, I think there's technologies we don't know about that militaries and governments have that can do stuff like that.
And just to show you what time it is.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But
I believe that. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Figure shit out. Conspiracy. We do the conspiracy show where we talk about that kind of stuff. If you want, if you're interested in it.
Every Sunday, expect to see our beautiful faces.
Yeah,
we are here.
Episode 4
Episode 4 just dropped. Please support, like, subscribe.
Share. Talk shit if you want to. Tell us we're dumb clowns. We don't know shit. Joke our clothes if you want to.
Send me money. I mean, just send us all money. We could we prefer in 50s and 100s, but whichever way you'd like. But
send the $250, the $250 bill, the Trump joint.
All jokes aside, man, appreciate everybody. Y'all have a wonderful week. Be safe. We will see you on the 5th, and happy 4th.
Yes, it's the 4th of July. It was yesterday.
4th of July. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Please don't drink and drive.
Facts.
Cops can give you a ride. Just make sure you take the drugs out your pocket first.
And if they want to arrest you, just go with it, bro. Don't fight them.
Just ride with it. Just don't pull your pants down.
Definitely don't do that. And then buy the book. Buy this book. It's called Resonance, authored by me. It's pretty dope. Came out brand new.
Buy the book.
Basically, this is woo-woo spiritual stuff. So if you're not woo-woo spiritual, don't worry about it. But if you are woo-woo spiritual or you're getting into woo-woo spiritual stuff, get this book. It's about manifesting the best outcome, how our minds work in relation with reality and quantum mechanics and all those things. Definitely a super dope read. I'm proud of it. So you should get the book. On that note, episode 5, wrap.